If you have a very good calling skills, right, even you have not very good leads lah, it's still fine. Because for me, calling is very, very important in the whole process. Calling is the way that you can actually pull customers out to see our projects. Talking about callings, right, we have to prepare 4 things. One of things is actually our energy. If I'm calling clients like that, hello, I'm Joyce. I'm calling from Damansara project. It's feel like you are so bored of everything. So client won't feel to come to your sales gallery or even come to Zoom session. And the second one, it's the time. For me, right, calling, it takes a lot of time, and that is why most of people, they don't like to commit in calling. And then the third one is your voice, your beautiful voice. My feeling of doing calling is like I'm actually disturbing their time. If they are working, then I'm disturbing their working time. And when they're resting, then I'm disturbing the time. So I'm using some lighter voice and like more comfortable voice so that they won't feel that you're annoying. The fourth one would be the patience. So because most of the clients, they will ask me to send information and stuff, right? You have to be very patient in like dealing with customers. Patience is very important if you're catching the fish in a Red Sea. So some of the tips that I will mention, this is actually, first of all, would be the tonality. And normally when I call clients, right, I will just tell them just a very quick one, so they know how long that I will take in order to speak with them. The third one, right, is actually whether you are very excited about the projects. If you really don't like the project, you won't have the passion to tell them about this. But when you are really, really excited about the project, when you are explaining to them, right, you will be very, very excited as well. Are you excited with the project? You have to ask yourself this question as well. Coming to this is a very interesting part that I wanted to share, which is the myth of calling. Okay, the first one, right, it's talking a lot to customers in the phone. I used to call clients and then they would talk a lot to me. But when I talk about property, right, they are not interested, but they are talking about this and that and like the market lah, and then the stocks lah, and this and that lah. By that time, right, I feel like, yes, I can actually talk a lot to customers. I improve myself already. But then this is actually a myth, because I don't do any appointments from all these callings. I just waste my time 1 to 2 hours to talk to them for all this like none other than property things. So if they have so much time to talk to you, right, they are not eligible to buy any property. You can't make any appointment because the client just tell you this and that that's not related to property, and they are not interested to buy any of your property. And then the second one, which why client always reject me lah, because some of my team members like approach me and tell me that I'm very sad lah. Client always reject me and I feel very, very sad about it. But to me, right, doing calling is just like doing something with like a robotic way, but not robotic way in speaking. It's just that a robotic way of doing it, because our job in this calling, right, is to filter quality customers and also invite them to showroom. And the third one, right, it would be the leads are not keen. Some of the people actually tell me, oh, this person they do leads is the not keen lah, the another person they do leads is not keen lah, this and that. But for me, right, every leads is the same. And it depending on how you actually see this lead and also how you actually call this lead. Before I do any callings, right, if I always think that cannot one lah, this lead cannot make any appointment one lah, and then you won't make any appointment. You think that, oh, this lead is well and this is not well. Yeah, you already label yourself, then you can't do anything. Myth number 4, if I don't do calling well, I cannot work in property. Some of my team members, right, they don't do calling, but they do blasting. They do very well in blasting. So for me, right, before I do any calling, I will WhatsApp them first to prevent them to tell me WhatsApp me first. So when I call them, most of my clients, they won't tell me you WhatsApp me first one. I'll filter them and then make an appointment with them. Let me go into my calling script lah. So first of all, I will call them and introduce myself. Hello, Mr. XXX. I'm Joyce here calling from Damansara project. Got your inquiry regarding the Damansara project that you registered on Facebook, Google, iProperty, depending on where you do your advertisement on. Okay, so may I know you are searching this property for investment or own stay? And then after they tell me your questions, I will continue. So if for own stay, right, the next question I will ask, would you be rushing to move in? Because this series is very, very late, like 2024. Some of the clients, they cannot wait lah. So if they tell me, no, I'm not rushing, then I say, that's great. So can I know, before I tell you the location, right, are you familiar with PJ? Then they'll tell me, oh yeah, this and that, this and that. So after I ask this, right, I would say, oh, okay. So basically we are just located in front of this PJ Trade Center, or I would just say in front of IKEA Damansara. Just 5 minutes to One Utama. Sometimes I would mention this, and then I would ask them how many rooms that you are searching for, and then after that I would just ask them what's your budget. But when I ask your budget, I would say if it's 1,000 nights per month, it's fine for you. I won't tell them it's like 499k. If I tell them this, they also don't know, because you are an agent, you know how much is the monthly installment, but they don't know. It depending on whether they are doing investment or own stay lah. If say own stay, I would say, basically if you have surveyed like a few PJ projects, you know that they are very rare to have like 4 rooms or 5 rooms or even 3 rooms. And then I will proceed with that, and then just tell them the price, and then ask them whether you want to come to the sales gallery. If they say no, I would say, I understand that because right now it's also MCO, and then developer and us also understand that you need to stay at home. We all need to practice to stay at home, but shall we just do a Zoom session instead? And then I would tell them what do you get in Zoom. In this Zoom session, you will get like all the shown walkthrough, and also all the PJ and PJ area analysis and all these things that I would tell them. Then normally they are okay to do Zoom, because doing Zoom is a very, very low commitment for clients. Continue to this don'ts in calling. Sometimes, right, when we call clients, we will say, are you free now? Hello, Mr. XXX, are you free to speak now? And I confirm say no. I will confirm say no. Most of the clients will say no. And another thing would be, are you interested in these projects, or are you interested in this location? I won't give them a chance, even a little chance, to say no to me. So I always ask open questions, and I will ask them to give me an answer lah. And next, coming to this, right, I think this is very, very important for new consultants that came in, or maybe it's still in the process of doing calling, right? I think a mind map of rejection is very, very important. So this one, right, when I call customer, I would prepare a mind map that when client tell me this, what would I answer? And then you can have a very good preparation. When you have a very good preparation, right, you can actually do the calling very, very well. So this is my mind map. When I call customers, I will prepare this, and then I will tell clients, this is quite working. You can use it as well.